You can fidget with that bottle of Elmer's glue. Hello and welcome to Negative Space, a podcast where art students talk about art. And this week we're going to talk about Simone and her fidgeting habits.
Oh no! Leave me alone! I just wanted to play with this piece of paper.
How you doing, Simone?
Good. I'm sorry.
I definitely thought you were going to reach over and just light it on fire.
Just light it on fire? I mean, I was a little tempted, to be honest.
You're just getting so close to the flame there. It makes me worried.
Nice.
For just changing it up, Simone and I are in the same place today, recording on one mic.
This is, like, the second time we've done this?
Third-ish, yeah.
Well,
you're right.
Well, yeah, it's the second location where we've recorded in the same place.
Yeah. It's cozy.
It is cozy. This is a cozy cast right now.
It's rainy outside. We have a candle lit.
It smells nice.
We
don't have tea, but we said we'd paint our nails, so just envision us, like, sitting in our pajamas with nail polish.
Yeah. You gotta pick a nail color. I got a bunch there.
I like that silver.
We're gonna paint our nails, guys. It's gonna be 20
Absolutely.
minutes of silence.
I know, it's just gonna be like silence, but like maybe occasional swearing, just a little bit.
Today is January 2nd, so it's just the start of the new year. So we were gonna talk about New Year and New Year's resolutions and anything we want to work on for this coming calendar year. Did you have a good holiday season?
It was pretty good. I got to visit my family in Florida as usual, and that's always nice.
Was it warm there?
Yeah.
I have a friend who's in Florida right now. She Snapchatted me, like, it's like 85 degrees or something.
Yeah, it was
and
like
I Snapchatted her back, I was like, it's like 45 degrees here right now.
Yeah, I much prefer this kind of winter weather than to that, even though I usually end up spending most of my Christmases in that weather. I don't know, there's just something nice about the cold. Yeah. I have a weird obsession with it. Like, every time it rains, I'm like, ooh, I love this weather. And everyone around me is just like, why?
You're living in the wrong
wet.
state, Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a pretty good holiday. I don't know, like, for the last couple years, for some reason, I think the older you get, the less Christmas feels like Christmas. You know what I mean?
I think there's a bit of that, but it's also, like, lately, it feels like corporate companies have been, like, putting less into, like, advertising Christmas or something.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like, because I've never felt this, like, kind of sneaked up on by Christmas. Like, when you go to the stores and stuff, usually Christmas stuff is everywhere. Like, right after Halloween, too. But for some reason, this year, I would, like, go to stores and stuff, and I just didn't see that much Christmas stuff. Like, there was maybe, like, a corner with it, but it wasn't, you know, like, I was being overwhelmed. Like, I was like, Christmas already, you know? Like, usually it feels that way, but this year is just kind of like, oh my god, it's December 24th. No!
I don't know, I felt like this Christmas was more Christmas than normal Christmas for me because I spent it with, like, white people. So...
Dang those white people.
I know.
They love their Christmas.
Actually, that's not even true because, like, my family doesn't do Christmas things, you know?
What do you mean by Christmas things?
Like, I don't know, we'll, like, have dinner, but we'll, like, go out for dinner or something. Because, you know, Chinese restaurants are open on Christmas. Yeah. So you just go out for dinner.
Did you know that it's apparently, like, a thing for Jewish American people to, like, just go to Chinese restaurants on Christmas? Like, that's, like, a whole cultural thing that I had no idea of. And then, like, one of my friends who's Jewish was talking about it, and I was like, what?
Hold
on.
That's a thing? Why?
I don't know. And, you know, I'm, like, trying to figure it out. One of my friends who's also Chinese, she was, like, asking people, she had a poll up asking people, like, why they went, like, to Chinese restaurants in particular. And I guess it might just be because it's open. Like, that's all that's open. That might be it.
I mean, David was, we were talking to David, and we were like, oh, David, what you doing Christmas? And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm working. I was like, what do you mean Cricket is open?
Yeah.
He works at Cricket, the wireless store, and we're like, Cricket's open on Christmas Day? And he's like, yeah, because it's run by Chinese people. So,
yeah.
That's that.
I guess so.
Yeah. Did you do anything for New Year's? Just party at home?
I hung out with my mom and my mom's friend from college and her husband. So that was cool.
That's cool.
They were, like, a lot of fun. It was weird, because, like, usually when I'm with my friends' parents, I'm bored. But, I don't know, something about this college friend, like, she was just, like, a lot of fun to, like, talk to and hang out with.
That's gonna be us.
Yeah, I know.
When we're, like, 50.
I know, when I was just watching my mom and her friend talk, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be me and Sam. Like, we're gonna, like, I don't know,
Like,
maybe both be married and just, like,
drink
hanging
wine
out.
and, like,
yeah. And, like,
chop
cutting, like, pears and, like, peeling oranges and stuff on New Year's, just
Classic.
hanging out.
I was at Will's New Year party.
Yeah.
We were playing Mafia, but it was huge. It was like 15 people, and
That's huge?
I mean, for Mafia.
I get. Oh yeah, for a Mafia game. I thought you were at the party, and I was like,
no. Oh my gosh, and our there's one, you know Annie Wang, probably not.
No.
But there's one girl. She was just she was supposed to be the investigator. And you know, the investigator, like, you point at someone and then the god's supposed to tell you whether or not they're Mafia. And so our god was going, thumbs up for Mafia, thumbs down for not Mafia, except she thought it was the other way around. So the entire game, she would point to someone and he'd be like, thumbs up. And then she'd be like, okay, so not Mafia. The whole time.
That's so sad.
She's great, though.
Oh no.
She just totally was like, and we were
like,
drawing...
did you just get to the end of the game?
Yeah.
And she's like, wait,
Yeah.
that's what it was supposed to be?
No, it wasn't even the end of the game. We were starting to play the second game, and she was out. She wasn't playing, and God was giving thumbs up or thumbs down, and then she's like, hold on. I thought he...
That's so depressing.
I know.
That's great.
We had a good time. New year, new me.
That's how the phrase goes.
Isn't it?
Did you struggle with it a little bit?
New year, new hair.
Your hair's
No, that's
exactly
a
the
lie.
same.
Neither of us have changed our hair.
I know.
New year, new...
Resolutions?
Yes.
Is that a good segue?
That's it.
Is that a good one? I don't know
I was
anymore.
trying for a joke, but you know what? That's good.
You tried too many times, so I had to
I know.
jump in and
I
help
know.
a little bit.
She aborted my joke.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what was it? Was it really gonna be that great?
You're right. There's nowhere it could have gone. So yeah, we were gonna talk about our New Year's resolutions, or if we have any for the coming year. Do you wanna start? Do you have anything you wanna talk about?
I mean, this is an art podcast, isn't it? I don't
Yeah.
remember anymore. I just kind of talk into the microphone.
Just drifted off.
I know. We talked about nail polish for a bit. That counts as art.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Um,
But we're gonna do art New Year's resolutions. How about that?
So I have a bunch for art, actually. That's probably, like, my biggest, like, section of New Year's resolution energy is reserved for art.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I just, like, I want to work more and I want to work better, which is, it's a pretty decent one. I think that's a pretty good plan.
Yeah.
Just work more and work better.
It's like that one tweet that I love. I absolutely love. It's just a tweet that says, yeah, for my next comic, I'm trying a new style called drawing better.
Yeah.
That one.
I haven't seen that, but I know that
so
exact
hard.
sentiment,
Yeah.
I don't even have to know it to know it.
I mean, is there anything specific, like, I don't know, are you taking any classes? What classes are you taking next year that are studio classes?
I actually have no studio classes next year, so
Really?
it's all just GE's stuff, like, no more math, but history, poli-sci, that sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many classes are you taking?
5.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like everyone... I can feel Mr. Chow's disappointment
Aw.
about me not doing art college.
Nah.
Like, art college. I'm still doing art college, but, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel kind of bad. Like, I know he wanted me to.
Well, it leaves more time for you to, like, do stuff on your own, too. So that's good.
Sort of.
I
Yeah, but in terms of, like, art specifically, and resolutions, like, other than just, doing better, I just want to, like, focus on more, themed, like, serialized stuff and kind of, like, work on a series, not specifically, like, a comic or anything, just, like, a series of work that can kind of, be put together as, like, a themed, thing.
Yeah, like a project.
A project, essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to work more on that, and I also want to, I want to work more on video editing and stuff in, like, animation, because I have After Effects now, so, and I haven't gotten a chance to even crack it open, really, because I've just been busy with, like, helping out at home and all that stuff. But I really want to, like, dig into that and kind of, like, get more personal with, like, video editing and stuff, because that's definitely, especially if I want to, like, go into the animation field, that's definitely something that I need to
work on.
get used to, and get more skilled at.
Mm-hmm.
So
for me, New Year's resolutions.
Huh.
I don't really like. I was telling you before how I didn't even know what New Year's resolutions were until like quite recently.
Like how recently is recently?
I was like
that's what I'm wondering.
I was literally like in high school, and I kept hearing it, and I was like, what is this? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh.
You had to Google it?
Yeah, I just didn't. It was like
you were at the point where you had to Google New Year's resolution?
No one ever told me. like my parents don't really do that, and like it just never comes up as a topic
kind of
of
a white people thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of
because my mom never has a New Year's resolution. It's always my dad.
Yeah.
Who is super white.
I tried a New Year's resolution last year for the first time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna like keep this sketchbook and I'm gonna draw one thing every day. And
how long did it last?
Like a month.
Yeah, that's generally
that's how it goes, right?
It's the whole culture around it.
I know. I mean, it's almost like by setting a New Year's resolutions, you're almost setting yourself up to fail.
Yep.
Because if you're like, this is a New Year's resolution, then it's almost like you're saying, oh, it's okay if this fails because it's just a New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Sort of philosophy.
That's
but
weird.
That's how it tends to
culture.
go.
For me, I do want to do more and do better, but at the same time, I want to like do less. Like not in
well,
like
you're working really hard at Art Center.
Yeah.
Like I'll have to personally uphold mine because I don't have like any classes anymore.
Yeah.
That'll mandate that I have to just keep working on it. So I have to like tell myself to keep working on it.
Yeah. I had a like brutal term like this last third term was like a lot of work, and I like totally I was sleeping like 4 hours 4 nights out of the week and like 10 to 12 on the other 3. like that's it evens out to 8, right? Yeah, I just took a lot of hard classes, so next term I am gonna try and take it a little bit easier and not be like really sad all the time.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just had so much stuff to do, like, in terms of, like, school projects and, like, whatever, that I ended up sleeping, like, 3 hours a night, like, just every day when I was at school, so. And I feel kind of guilty for sleeping so much now that I'm back, because I was like, oh, I can't sleep at all, at school, but, like, now that I'm here, I'm sleeping, like, 12 hours a night every night, and I'm like, oh, God, that is way too much.
God. I feel kind of bad because I haven't been working on anything since I've been back.
Like,
I'm
me
working
neither.
on, like, a little, maybe 1 or 2 things, like, small things here or there, but, I don't know, because I followed a bunch of friends from school on Instagram recently.
Are they all working?
And they're all, like, doing stuff, and
Yeah.
I just feel so bad. I'm like, oh. I like your New Year's resolution about, like, a project, though, because that's something that I really want to actually do.
Yeah.
I had one for school, like, for class, we were basically doing that.
But those are easier to do because, like, if you don't do it, you get a bad grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's scarier than, like, anything in the world, to be honest.
And, I mean, that project actually stressed me out a bunch because it was just, I don't know, I just expected to be better at it than I thought.
Oh, really?
And it just turned out that I just wasn't that good at it. So I was trying to, like, work on them, and it just kept not meeting my expectations, so I got super frustrated, especially, like, by the end of the term. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna...
So it's not even, like, specifically that there's a project you want to work on, you just want to get better at working on projects?
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah, I guess. And, like, specifically working on, like, phys dev projects, because it's, like, it's super important and relevant, and, like, I want to do that.
And that stuff
career.
is hard, too.
Yeah.
Like, to stay focused on one topic is really difficult.
And I was just doing that. That's basically what our project was in dynamic sketching. You just had to design a thing, like a story, a world. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is great. Like, I love, like, building worlds and stories and stuff, and I love doing this. And I was like, good, I got this, no problem. And then I was, like, trying to do it, and I was like, I am terrible at this.
Yeah, it's really hard.
So
Phys dev.
We are gonna work on that in the new year. But actually, since you mentioned project, I thought of something that I haven't even told you about.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a new thing.
This is all new.
That I was actually gonna talk to you about, but we might be trying to build a video game Yeah, me and some friends.
Wait, I want to help.
Yeah, some friends who code. They've been learning Unity.
Mm-hmm. I already know how to use Unity.
Yeah, but
they're probably gonna be better at it than me though.
I mean, it's like real coding. It's like
It's like coding.
It's like coding.
Oh dang. Why did nobody tell me about this?
It just happened like recently.
How soon? How recently?
I mean, we were like talking about it for like during the last week of school.
Do you have like a story concept or something?
Sort of, not really. I'm kind of in charge of all of that, so I was gonna talk to you about it.
We should talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh man, we can't do it on this though because somebody will steal all our content.
I know,
because we're so famous.
We'll talk about it after, and maybe if we get something nailed down, then
yeah.
But I will. So yeah, so that is happening. It's there's a lot of limitations on the coding side.
Oh really? Because they're just getting started, or
yeah,
how experienced are they at this point?
Unity, pretty good. I mean, but the amount of work that goes into coding the game is seriously, it's so much. Like
yeah,
because just if you want to do anything that isn't already templated, like
you just had to make it from scratch.
Yeah, you just have to code it from scratch basically. So
it's super hard.
And
so,
everything,
yeah.
like inventory or just like moving the character takes like 7 different steps because you have to
decide like how they move.
No, it's like you have a line of code that says if player tries to move, so you try to move, and it'll say if can it move, yes, no, are you running into an object, yes, no, are you, it's crazy. There's a bunch of stuff. I've been half paying attention
oh really
when they're talking about it.
Wait, so who's working on it? Is it
it's mostly Eric. I don't think Ben has.
Eric.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that. We'll figure something out.
We should talk about like theme and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know.
Like is
I think we're gonna do. I was talking to Ben a little bit about it. Basically they're like, I don't know, whatever you want. So I was thinking like
I have a bunch of like ideas that I wanted
to do like
I have a bunch of story concepts that are just like stored because I want to like I could make a comic, but I feel like it would work better as a game just because of the interactivity of it.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I wanted to do like a Lost Astronaut, because there's only
like just like on a planet,
maybe on a planet, maybe on like a ship
deep space,
or like levels of a ship, because it's there's not a lot you can do gameplay wise right now. So yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So that's something that maybe we'll be working on in the new year.
That's really cool. I want in on that.
Yeah. I thought you might.
Yeah, I know. Like totally.
I was gonna wait and see when we were together so I could tell you about it. Yeah. But let's see, other resolutions. I want to work on painting more because I'm not a good painter.
I haven't seen any of your like recent paintings like for school or anything, like other than the digital stuff, but that's like completely different.
Yeah, I didn't take any traditional painting classes in this last term because I had two drawing classes, a perspective class, and then a materials class, which is a shop class. Yeah. So I didn't have any painting classes, but I am taking one next term, which is really misleading. It's called Sketching for Illustration, but it's basically a painting class.
It's a painting class?
Nice. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, and I also just want to work on, I don't know, one of the things that I feel like is the next step for me is like working without reference, like not specifically like, oh, like, haha, I'm so cool that I don't have to use reference, but it's just like building a visual vocabulary that's big enough that I can work without having to be looking at something all the time.
Yeah, basically like having a mental store.
Yeah, like reference. I don't want to, like, it's studying is good, like copying a photograph or like drawing a photograph, interpreting a photograph is good. Yeah. But I want to be able to not have to have that, and still be able to
create.
Yeah. I've been actually drawing at a lot of coffee shops lately. I've been going to Starbucks and just sitting there and, funny. Every time I have a funny encounter with people when I'm drawing in public, I think of that one episode where we talked about drawing in public, and I think we should do another one because it just keeps happening.
Oh, we should just have like a segment.
It should be
like
a segment.
The drawing in public segment of our podcast. Because we like have no... Yeah. We have no form to this.
I know.
It's just us talking endlessly.
Yeah. Should we segue into the drawing in public segment?
Yeah. It needs a theme song.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll come up with something.
Edit in the jingle now. Anyway, so I was at Starbucks, and it's a Starbucks that's like really close here, and I was sitting there drawing, and for like a solid 20 minutes before I even like looked around, because I was just looking straight ahead. I was just drawing, like there were some people at a counter, and I turned my head and I was like, hold on, have I been sitting next to someone that I know for this whole time? Like 20 minutes I was just sitting there drawing.
Oh my God.
And I didn't even realize that I was sitting next to someone that I knew. And I tapped her on the shoulder. I was like, hey, it's yeah. Anyways, that was weird. But what was even funnier was I was at Starbucks yesterday, and I was drawing, and this old lady came and sat down next to me, and she was like talking to me about she's like, oh, like the thing is, I don't think she realized that I was like an art student. She's like, oh, you like, drawing people for fun? And I was like, yeah, and I told her, I was like, I'm a student, like this is what I am doing for school. And she's like, that's nice. And I don't think she heard me, because she just go, you're just like, you like studying people, and like I don't, just the way that she was talking about it just made it seem like she's like, oh yeah, you just do this for fun.
Like she just didn't hear anything that you said
Yeah.
to her and just wanted to keep talking about what
And it was even worse because I had my headphones in, and like as she was talking to me, I was like, oh, like I'll take out one headphone, just so I can hear her a little better. But the song that was playing was All the Time by Jeremiah. If you know that song, it's super...
I'm shaking my head.
I'll play it for you
Yeah.
later, because it's basically like, I want to have sex with you all the time. It's like this super dirty song, and it was playing in the other ear while I was trying to talk to this grandma.
Nice.
And I was like, oh boy. Anyways, that was fun. We should go drawing together sometime.
We should. I haven't like gotten much chance to draw like at all. I have my drawing supplies here. Like I have my sketchbook, and I have a thingy with my with my pencils. I have the thingy,
With the thingy?
I have some pens and an eraser
Yeah, we
and
should.
an X-Acto knife for some reason.
You have an X-Acto knife?
I don't know why I just put it in there because I just got a new pencil case.
Oh.
I haven't had a pencil case in like 10 years, so it was just like, I might as well get one.
Man, I had my $130 fountain pen, and I was gonna bring it here because I was gonna show my dad.
Yeah.
And I had it on my desk, and I was like, oh, I still need. I was packing, and I was like, I still need to write some stuff down, so I'm just gonna leave this out.
You
so
left
I can write
it.
And then I was cleaning off my desk, and I put it to the
No.
side.
Oh,
And then I
no.
didn't bring it back, so it's
That's
just
so
sitting
sad.
there all alone.
It's like I forgot to pack this necklace that I'm wearing right now to go to Florida because I took it off because I was sleeping, and usually I wear it like every day, but I was like, no, I'll just take it off because I'm sleeping, and I'll put it on tomorrow morning with my outfit, and I just left it on my bedside table, and I abandoned it for a week, and I felt so bad.
It was just, I didn't even, the thing is, I was like literally in the car just as we were leaving, and I thought, oh my god, I left my pen, and then I spent like 5 minutes debating whether or not to like stop the car and like go back and get it, and by the time 5 minutes up, it was too late.
Yeah. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I'm sad that I left it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
At least you won't forget it when you're going back.
I know.
I mean, that's a longer period of time, yeah.
You're right. It would have been worse if I had done that. Do you have any New Year's resolutions that aren't related to art? Exercise is a classic.
Yeah. Well, I'm always thinking I should exercise. Because I never exercised ever in my life. I'm just really awful at it, Like, I have asthma and stuff, so, like, that makes it, like, laborious enough as it is.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, I've never been good at exercising. I've always been really awful at it, and I don't know how some people just are like, yeah, I love exercising, it makes me full of energy,
People who run for fun baffle me. I don't understand it. Like,
I don't know. I know some people who run for fun, and I just, like...
Do they actually have fun when they're running? Or
I
is
don't
that just a
know.
lie that they tell you?
I don't know.
It's like, Is it like, I don't know, like...
Maybe they just like to imagine they're, like, running from something.
I don't know.
Running from their problems.
They're like, oh yeah, like your endorphins are released. And I was like, no.
I like
I
biking.
just feel painful.
Biking is fun, but that's because you get to glide sometimes.
Yeah.
It feels like you're flying. I don't know. Just like, I want to eat better. I don't, like, you know, when people say they want to diet, usually they're like, oh, I want to, like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to lose weight, but, like, not like that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to, you know, go from 0 to 100, or rather 100 to 0.
Yeah.
Haha. Smart joke. No, I don't know. I just want to eat better and eat less like a monster. Because when I start eating, I just can't stop. It's so good, and I want to keep going forever. I just really like tasting food.
I don't know. I do want to exercise more, but not like, I don't want to like run or anything. I just like, this last term, I just like, I was going to the gym like once a week just to like stretch and exercise and do some yoga and stuff. And then like midterms rolled around. Or it wasn't even midterms. It was just like a couple weeks where I was like, no, I won't go today. And then I just didn't for the rest of the term. And I got back and now I'm super weak. And I went climbing this morning and I couldn't do anything.
Oh no.
So that feels bad. So that's, yeah. Hopefully if my like schedule is just less bad next term, it'll be better and I'll be able to do some stuff.
I don't know. I just like, I can't like, and you know, when you get like, there's some people that get like super dedicated to like going to the gym and their like life just revolves around like their trips to the gym and like working out and like their diet, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, like I want to, you know, exercise enough to be healthy, but I don't want my life to revolve around it because I have so much other stuff to do.
I think, I don't know, you know, one thing that I kind of want for the new year is I want to pick up something else, like, not, like, a skill, maybe. I just want to have something else that I need something. I need something in my life. No, you know, I was just talking to someone, because we did our episode about deliberate practice, and I was talking to someone about deliberate practice, and I was like, the thing about, like, going to school for this is that you really just don't have time in your life for anything else that you want to be like really good at. Like he was talking about how he was he wanted to like do badminton, like when he was younger he wanted to like be a pro badminton player. And you can't, and like now he's at art center, it's like no way, like you can't, there's no way to sustain two of these things at the same time. There's just absolutely, there's no time, and you just don't have the mental power to be able to do that. So, but I don't want anything as extreme as like something that I might do as an alternate career. I just want to have like something else that is a skill that's useful that I can dedicate myself to, but not in like a super extreme way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a hard one.
Yeah, you know?
I have no idea what you would do.
And I want it to be something that's completely unrelated to art.
You know, I know, I was gonna say that, like, half of the things where people are like, oh yeah, it's just a hobby, it's an artistic thing, right?
Yeah.
So, like, where do you go from there?
It's like, someone offered me an adult coloring book the other day. They were like, will you do this? And I was like, they were like, it's supposed to be like a stress relief thing. And I'm thinking, no.
It would just stress me out.
Right, because it's way too close to something that I already do that I have to take really seriously.
Yeah.
So I can't, there's no way I could do that to
relax.
You
can't, like,
because
separate
I'd just be
it.
thinking too hard about how I could apply, you know, being good at, whatever. So I want it to just be something completely unrelated. I'm thinking sleight of hand, right?
You gonna burgle people?
No, like card tricks.
Yeah,
because that's
you were
like,
telling me about this.
Yeah, because that's like mostly unrelated. Like that's pretty far from actually. It's like kind of it's not like super useful, but it's
an art, but it's not. You know.
Yeah, and it has basically no overlap. Like, I don't have to, if I'm trying to learn card tricks, I don't have to be thinking about, like, color scheme and perspective, you know? Yeah. It's, like, totally...
Well, actually, when you bring up perspective...
No. Either that or... I don't know. Maybe I'll pick up writing again.
Yeah, you should be a good writer. I remember reading your stuff in high school and being like, wow, that's good. But I was also in high school.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
Taste change.
Taste change.
We'll see. But I also want someone to do it with, you know? If you just do it kind of by yourself, it's like,
this is like
whatever.
when you asked me to like start learning to like dance with you, and I was just like,
come on.
I mean, I'm still down for it. I'm so not naturally inclined to that stuff at all. Like to the opposite extreme as possible that I can't.
Yeah.
You know, when you like mention like that stuff that you're like, oh, you know, it can't be like an alternate career choice. Like it has to be something that can just be easy.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff that I'm interested in, it's like, oh, you know, I wouldn't mind doing this as a career. But like I can't dedicate that much time to doing like, there's like 5 different things.
Yeah.
I can't do 5 different things. I have to choose one thing and maybe
what are you thinking about?
I mean, like, I'm just like, get a big kick out of marine biology.
Yeah.
Right? And that's like one of my favorite things, especially like deep sea stuff. Like I love looking at that stuff just because it's so bizarre and like so far removed from like what we know that like I'm just really interested in it. But it's the sort of thing where it's kind of hard to just do. Yeah. Like I can't just decide to study marine biology alongside art. Yeah. It's too much. I don't know. And I'm also still really interested in music, which I guess counts as art. But I love playing music, and I love playing music with other people so much.
Yeah, I miss performing music. You know, I miss performing in general.
I don't even miss performing. I just really like playing with other people and like the like relationship between different players in a single group, like working on one song. Yeah. It feels really good. And I miss doing that because I used to do that every day, right?
I miss playing music with people who are like really good. like you know, like sometimes you can play with people who are like, you know, but when you have to carry where you're like when they can't pick up what you're doing, you know, like as fast as people who are like really really good at whatever instrument they're playing. You know what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh well, that's. Yeah, I guess I considered I considered maybe I should try learning
picking up
another
instrument. Yeah.
But that's also too much time, I think.
Yeah. See, the thing for me, like, about playing music is that playing on my own is pretty boring, and I don't really want to play unless I'm playing with someone else, right? Yeah. And we're, like, making something. Like, just playing by myself, it's fine, but, like, I don't really see any point unless I'm practicing for a group project, right? Yeah. So that's why I kind of haven't been playing much recently, because I have no one to play with. Yeah. You know, I'm just kind of like on my own. All by myself. Don't want to be. It's complicated putting together a musical group.
It is.
Because you all have to have the same tastes, and you have to like. That's the main thing.
And you all have to play complementary instruments.
Yeah, you all have to play like, you know, different stuff. Like you can't all play the guitar. Like some groups have like that problem where like everyone wants to play the guitar. What do you mean? Yeah, like what do you mean I can't play the guitar? I want to play the guitar. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the problem would be like everyone wants to be a vocalist because that's like.
Really?
You don't think so?
From my experience, like that's the least wanted position. Like everyone will play all the instruments except for the vocals. Like everyone will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll do this. You're like, "So who's singing?" And they all just look at each other. They play rock paper scissors to decide who has to sing.
Oh no!
You're the only one that wants to be a vocalist.
Damn. All right. Well, I guess I'm good then.
Yeah.
When you start a band, you guys don't have to play rock paper scissors. Just bring me in. We're good.
I kind of enjoy singing. Yeah. So I might have to kick you out.
I'll play rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. No.
You already lost. I didn't even play, so you automatically lost.
That's just too bad.
Yeah.
What other skills are there that would be fun to learn? I don't know. You want something that's like rewarding, right?
Yeah.
But not like I feel like the thing about an instrument is like
it takes a lot of practice for it to be rewarding.
Yeah. Because like I think that's another reason that like a lot of people start when they're kids too, is because like when you're a kid you just like you don't really like you don't have the taste to tell that you're not very good, and like
no, that's not true.
I don't know. I think so, but like. But
it's not embarrassing when you're bad because you're a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But when you start as an adult, it's just like, you know, not that it's like bad. Like if you want to start playing an instrument as an adult, like that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just like society as a whole will be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like they won't be like, oh, it's so cute.
It's a kid playing violin.
They won't think you're adorable when you're playing badly as an adult. Yeah. They'll just think you're annoying.
Yeah.
So
like just the amount of work you have to put in to sound like even good at all is like it's a lot.
Yeah.
Except for guitar. But I think like guitar is one of those instruments, the reason a lot of people play it is because it's easy to pick up, and you don't have to put a lot of time into it to sound okay. Like like any other instrument, if you want to be like actually good at it, then it takes a ton of practice. But getting from like 0 to like 1 is like actually, I think, less work than more other instruments, especially like other stringed instruments.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I think that's why people play guitar. But yeah, I don't know.
You know, like, playing guitar, like, you can play guitar decently, but to play, like, guitar with, like, actual, like, a lot of skill, that's really impressive.
A lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about, I don't know, do you have any, like, can you think of any, like, tangentially art-related skills that you might be interested in picking up? Like, it wouldn't be totally, like...
It wouldn't be, like, directly
It wouldn't be, like, super,
what I'm
like...
interested in.
Yeah. But just, like, nice.
I want to get good at scientific illustration.
Ooh.
That's cool, right?
That is cool.
Yeah, it just, like, I don't know, not specifically, like, human scientific illustration, because that's kind of like, whatever. You know?
Yeah.
And that's, like, everybody's already done all of... They've already drawn all the things.
Yeah.
I want to draw, I don't know, just scientific illustration, like, of animals can look really neat, and, like, plant life can look really neat sometimes, so I want to get good at that, even though it's mostly just realism.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I wanna use the laser cutter more. That's what I want to do. I was hanging out in the laser lab a lot over the last term because my my materials project that I did for my shop class basically had a ton of parts that had to be laser cut and laser engraved, and so I was in the laser lab every Wednesday morning at like 8 a.m. And so the guy who works in the laser lab, he like kind of recognized me now. And also at the end of the term, I was done with all my finals early, so I drew up some stuff and I went in the laser lab and I was cutting deck boxes to give to people as Christmas presents.
Oh, that's cool.
And so the guy Tyler who works in the laser lab was asking me about them, and he was like, "Yeah, you should come in more often and work on some stuff." So I want to do that because I'm all right at it. Like I have a head for that kind of 3D stuff. So
yeah.
So I want to work on that.
I don't really know what else I mean, because I feel like scientific illustration is already, like, pretty close to what I'm already doing, which is just, like, straight up illustration and, like, storyboarding and stuff.
Yeah.
And, video-related medium things. So, like, I don't know. I just really like that stuff. I want to, I think I would be interested in getting more knowledgeable about straight up video editing, like, without me actually, like, creating all of the content within the video, like, on an artistic level.
Yeah.
Like, just learning how to, like, use the editor in and of itself is, like, something that I'm really interested in, even though, like, when I'm actually working, I might not even have to be involved in that part. That stuff interests me, and I want to get good at it. Because I like editing. I think that editing is really interesting.
Yeah.
And I think the whole process and, like, kind of... I think I don't know for sure if I have an eye for it, but I think I kind of, like, understand what makes an edit
video.
good.
Yeah.
And, like, especially, like, with timing and stuff, because a lot of the times, like, people have, like, super trouble with timing where it's, like, weird and, like, slow, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it has to, it has to be right on the beat, right? So I want to get good at that.
You should start a YouTube channel, dude.
I have a YouTube channel. It has one video on it.
You should work on your YouTube channel, dude.
I mean...
Why not? That's kind of, like, exactly, like, it's just that kind of stuff, right? Like, video editing. Like, you can make content for it. And if you want to, like, make stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't, I feel like I don't really know where to start. And I guess I could start with, like, artistic stuff.
Yeah.
But, I'd also find interest in, like, editing stuff that's not, like, directly related to me drawing it and then editing it.
Yeah. It's a useful skill to have, too.
Yeah.
Especially to, like, now.
You could get hired with that skill.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are hired, like, just editing people's YouTube videos, and that's all they do.
Oh, man, you know what I want to work... You know what I should work on that I don't actually want to work on, like, actually want to work on, but I know I should?
What?
3D modeling.
Oh!
Like,
That doesn't sound fun. That's totally not my thing.
I deeply dislike 3D modeling.
Yeah.
I've done it before, and I don't like it because it's incredibly non-intuitive.
Yeah.
But
It takes forever.
yeah, but it's I don't know, it's where the industry is headed, you know?
Yeah,
So,
and the only thing for me is that, I don't even want to work on 3D animated movies, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Like, that is totally out of my field of interest. Like,
I
I'm either
know.
interested in, like, live action and, like, storyboarding for that. Like, that's interesting to me. Or
Yeah.
I'm interested in 2D animation.
Yeah.
Like, I have no interest in the 3D field at all. But the
Yeah.
2D field is, like, getting, like, so...
It's esoteric.
It's
now.
esoteric now. It's kind of ancient in the way that, things are progressing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is too bad, because I think it's a lot more interesting, like, just to see how people, use their minds to, like, render what they think the scene should progress as, or what an object looks like, instead of just having a pre-made model, which, like, you don't have to really... You have to think about it, and about the...
I don't know, I think that, like, it's just a different kind of... It's
thinking.
less direct, I think.
3D?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the directness of 2D animation a lot. Not to say that I don't, like, appreciate 3D, but I think that the actual process of animating it is just, like, less fun.
I think, like, when you do 2D animation, like, the artist is literally what the artist makes is what you see.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to 3D, like, there's just, like, the person who makes the final shot, it's, like, dozens of people, like, people who are doing the modeling, and then the rendering, and then the texturing, and then the lighting, and then, it's, like...
I mean, there's a bunch of stages to 2D animation, too,
Yeah.
but, like, not to that degree.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know.
It's not always...
Move to France.
2D animation is still pretty big in France.
Yeah.
I don't speak any French, though.
Yeah.
Sacre bleu.
Oh, oui, oui, baguette.
Yeah.
I also want to read more in this next year.
Yeah, me too. Like, I got a bunch of books recently, and I've been reading them. I finished halfway of one, and then I started another one just because I was like, whatever, I'll just start another one because I'm also interested in this.
Yeah. I don't know, it was really wild to me, like, when I started working on my project for, it's called the redesign project, it was what I was talking about earlier, the one that I had a lot of trouble on, because basically you get to choose anything you want to do, like, literally anything, like, you could, and I usually I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, because I have all of these ideas that I want to work on,
Yeah.
and then when it actually came to choosing an idea, I was like, I don't know, like, this is, I guess I'll go with this, I guess, because it's kind of, but, like, in my mind, I always thought, like, I'm great at coming up with these things, like, I used to write short stories and stuff, and so
I'm
I was,
smart,
like,
I can
super
do
into
this.
This is, like, my forte, and then when it actually came to choosing an idea, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. This sounds too cliche, this one's not exciting, like, whatever.
It's really hard to find, like, that perfect niche.
Yeah, I don't know.
Of, like, something that interests you, and that's something that'll interest an audience,
yeah, it just
right?
always seemed like something that I'd be, like, no problem, like, I can get this right away, and then when I actually had to do it, it was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, I think part of that is just because I don't know if it's because I've been reading less, it's just I want to read more because I think it's important to me. And
yeah, I mean, it, like, opens
works.
your mind to a lot of concepts, and, even when I'm, like, consuming a lot of stuff, and it gives me ideas, I'm kind of worried about, like, reading too much or, like, watching too much, because then I feel like I'll start just straight up stealing ideas, and I don't want to do that. I mean, like, even though all art is just, all creation is just recycled material, but I just feel bad, and I don't want to make it too direct, right? Because people, I'd feel personally guilty about that, and then people would definitely call you out, even if it was unintentional and subconscious.
Yeah.
Like, people will be like, this is totally just that thing, I can't believe you stole it, and I'll be like, oh god, they're right.
Yeah.
I stole it.
Yeah.
I'm a stealer.
Yeah, when we started the project, we like totally had an option to interpret something that was existing. Like, you could do, like, a book, or if you wanted to redo, like, a movie or something in a different style. But I was like, no, I have all my own ideas, and I want to do my own ideas. And then I was like, this is difficult.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's something I gotta work on, and I gotta start keeping a notebook again, because I had back when I was really obsessed with, like, writing and I really
storytelling.
wanted to be an author. I really wanted to be like published.
So cute.
I know, my little child fantasies. I was really on it about like keeping a notebook about like ideas that I had for anything, and I still have that notebook and I still look back on it all the time because there's stuff in there that I just never ended up using, and some of it's, you know, kind of good. But now when I get ideas, I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then I just forget to write them down.
Yeah.
And then they're like gone forever, you know?
I write them down on my phone, like on a note-keeping app. You know Google Keep?
I do
This
not.
is a plug for Google Keep. It's a note-keeping app that's on Google, and it, like, you know, it'll just upload it all to your, like, thing. So if you look at it on your computer, you can find it there, and if you lose your phone or whatever, it won't disappear.
Oh.
So it's a good one
That's
if you're
good.
gonna keep notes. So I, like, take all my story notes. There's some really weird stuff in here, though, that, like, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Like,
Yeah,
it's just, like, a
there's-
very strange phrase or whatever. Like, what is
There's
this?
some things that I wrote down that I'll look at now and I'll be like, I have no idea
Yeah.
what this says. Or even worse, when it's like handwritten and I was writing really fast and I look back and I'm like, I can't read this anymore.
One of the top notes on my note-keeping app is just Tim Allen kills Santa dead, and I don't know what that means. Like, it's...
Can I just say that is exactly, if I opened your phone and I saw that, I wouldn't even be surprised. 'Cause it's exactly the kind of thing that you would keep on your, like, you would have that in your phone just as a note.
I don't know, I just, like...
Classic.
There's these things, none of these things make sense. I have a note that just says gnomes run the internet, and I don't know what that means. These are all really confusing. Gnomes run the internet.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Good one.
Yeah.
That was definitely worth writing down.
New Year's resolutions. Write down everything
Every
that
thought.
Simone says.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything
I'm
that
really
Simone
quotable.
says is
Have you ever
gold.
talked to me?
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. Well, I think that about wraps it up for New Year's stuff. Is there anything else that you want to touch on?
Stay in school, kids.
Stay.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do school.
Eat your
Stay
teeth.
in drugs.
You know.
Yeah.
What? How does it go again? It's, stay in drugs, don't do school, eat your teeth.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You want to do one cool things? Do you
Yeah.
have a one cool thing that you would like to start us off with?
I do have a one cool thing. So this is a bit dated, possibly. It was, it happened a couple weeks ago, but I'm hoping that enough people don't know about it that this will still be entertaining to listen to.
I don't know about it, so at least you'll entertain
Yeah,
me.
Sam will be educated. I was gonna not do it, but then Sam not knowing what it was kind of tipped me over the edge into deciding it was worthy. Basically what happened is, you guys know how there's a new Mummy movie coming out eventually, sometime in 2017, which doesn't have Brendan Fraser in it, so it's not worth it. Yeah, that's happening. But they put out an advertisement for it, right? Where it's just a movie trailer. But the problem is half of the audio is missing.
Oh god.
It's all the music and the atmospheric stuff, so you just hear people going like, eh, and stuff, and like, you know, it's just vocal sound effects, and without the music, there's
so
some
bad.
that are like recycled, and they just like, it sounds really awkward and obvious, and
Oh
it's
my
like this really
God.
dramatic like plane crash scene too, which makes it 10 times better.
And there's no music?
Yeah, there's no music. There's no atmospheric noise. It's just like, I guess half the audio channels just like got deleted or something while they were uploading it, or like something went wrong while they were uploading.
Wait, I want to see it now.
I'll show it to you after we're
We'll have to
done.
find this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I just reblogged it on Tumblr.
Oh my god.
So if you want to see it, yeah,
Wait, that's incredible.
it's
I did not know about that.
It's pretty great, and you know, IMAX like immediately took it off like as soon as they found out. Like they're like, oh no,
Yeah.
and they just got rid of it. But people saved it, you
Of
know,
course.
fortunately in time.
Because it's history.
I mean, it went up and down in like the span of like 5 minutes.
Really?
So,
Oh my god. I love the internet.
yeah, it was just like, I'm so glad that people have kept it, and it's just like, it's really incredible. You have to watch it. Just Google They might keep taking it down on YouTube, so YouTube might not work specifically, but I know it's on Tumblr.
I'll find it.
And it's also on Twitter, uploaded as like a video native to the website. But the website's player, but it's really good.
Alright. Well, my one cool thing, I think you're gonna make fun of me for this. It's a subreddit.
I can't wait.
It's a subreddit, but it's called Wholesome Memes.
Oh.
Have you been to this subreddit before?
I think that there's a Twitter and Tumblr account, and I'm not sure which existed
Really?
first.
I don't know. I think the subreddit was first, but basically this is just a subreddit where all of the memes are just really
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
They're like make me feel really good. Like all
Yeah.
of them, they're all like, oh, like everything. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
there's a bunch of
super-
wholesome meme accounts on like all of the websites.
I know.
Every single one.
I just love it. I love that this is now.
It's just positivity.
I know.
You know, it's straight up.
I like the internet is just so full of like people being like
Awful.
mean and stuff and like
Terrible human beings.
and like most internet humor is just based around like, you know, like kind of
Making fun of
being
people.
a bad person.
Yeah.
So it's just so nice to see all of these wholesome memes.
Yeah.
They just make you feel so good.
The wholesome sort of comedy.
Yeah. It's sweet.
You know, like, the big trend with the whole wholesome meme thing is, taking something that you're expecting to end badly and putting a positive ending to it.
Yeah.
That's a major thing that I'm seeing with that whole, wholesome meme thing is, like, you know, putting the beginning where you, like, think you know the ending and then totally subverting it, but not in a negative way, like, in a totally positive way.
Great.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah,
It's a good concept.
One of the wholesome memes that I saw yesterday was
yes.
You are making fun of me.
I am making fun of you because your love for it is so deep. Like, I'm just like, oh, that's
It's
nice,
just
but you're just
so
like,
pure.
this is the best thing ever.
It's so pure. One of them was when you see reposts on /r/wholesome memes, but you're just excited because now you get to upvote this great meme. It's like it just makes me smile. They're good.
You are like a
It's good
child
place. It's a good place.
with your love of wholesome memes. Homegrown,
Homegrown,
organic.
grassroots memes. Oh, actually, you know what? This is only very tangentially related, but you know what really gets my goat recently?
What gets your goat?
What that isn't
Other
El
than the
Chupacabra.
chupacabra.
It's that one Tumblr account that is just literally just Ask Reddit, but reposted on Tumblr, and it gets but that wouldn't bother me that much because that's just like, oh yeah.
What do you mean
normal.
repost it? Like, they just take screenshots?
No. They just take the question and then they just post it as a text post on Tumblr.
I don't see that. You know why? Because I follow good accounts.
Oh! But what's the most bizarre to me is that every single time there is always some different account that replies with one of the comments from the subreddit. And they're different every time.
Good.
And no one says anything. So it makes me think that whoever's running the original account has a bunch of other random accounts
just commenting on their own posts.
Yeah, reblogging them and copying and pasting the comment from the Ask Reddit thread onto Tumblr.
Sam, just block the URL.
I should. I don't know. It was just so bizarre to me the first time I saw it because I was like, oh, maybe it was just the same person from Reddit, and then I was like, wait a minute, this has happened too many times for this to just be the same person.
And you know, if the URL was something like Ask Reddit questions or something,
no,
that,
it's just
even,
like Ask Tumblr.
I know
It's
it's not
stupid. Yeah,
but like if it were like that, then it would be kind of acceptable because it's like whatever. It's like admitting that the source is something.
Yeah.
Else, but it's just
the most bizarre part is just the blogs that always comment with the actual comments from the Ask Reddit thread. That's just so whatever. Gets my goat. El Chupacabra.
Chupacabra really gets your goat for real.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go have hummus for dinner.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't understand what a hummus restaurant is gonna do.
It's great, don't worry about it.
But according to Sam, it's the best. And they have really good pita bread. She keeps saying they have really good pita bread.
I just really like bread, okay?
Yeah. Bread makes you fat.
Sorry.
You have to have your mouth full of bread like Michael Cera.
Yeah. So,
She's taking me on a date.
yeah, we're going out.
Don't tell her boyfriend.
So, this has been Negative Space. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to know how our date went, you can email
We'll
us.
tell you the next episode, the beginning. That'll be our intro.
Yeah, you can email us at negspacepodcast@gmail.com. You can find show notes at the website, samanthashay.com/negative-space. And there'll be a link in the description, so check that out. And I hope you all have a good new year.
Stay frosty, my dudes.
Why are you like this?
What? That was a good end.